March is here, and if you are looking at your front yard thinking this is the year I finally do something with that space, you are in exactly the right place at exactly the right time. March is the single best month to plant perennials for a front yard that looks incredible all season long. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are counting down the 7 absolute easiest perennials you can plant in your front yard this March. Plants that ask almost nothing of you and deliver genuinely big visual impact from summer all the way to fall. Low effort, big impact. Let's get into it. Quick pause. If you are new here, hit subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss a video. And if this content helps you, a thumbs up means everything to this channel. We appreciate every single one of you. Now, let's talk plants. All right, let's go to the video. Here is the truth nobody talks about enough. Most gardeners do not fail because they chose the wrong plants. They fail because they chose plants that demand too much. Too much watering, too much deadheading, too much fussing. Life gets busy and the garden suffers. Every plant on today's list is built to handle the missed weekends, the dry spells, and the distracted gardener, and come back every March pushing up fresh growth whether you have been paying attention or not. That is the power of the right plant in the right place. Let's count them down. Plant number 1, daylily, Hemerocallis species. Opening our list at number 1 is one of the most reliably beautiful and most genuinely foolproof front yard perennials in the entire world, the daylily. Plant one this March, and here is exactly what happens. The roots settle into cool spring soil, a lush clump of arching grass-like foliage fills out by late spring, and then from late May or June, the flowerscapes begin to rise, loaded with buds that open in spectacular rolling succession over weeks and weeks of continuous bloom. Each daylily flower lasts just one single day, but each scape carries 10 to 40 buds opening in sequence, and an established clump produces multiple scapes simultaneously. The rolling result is weeks of non-stop color from a single plant. Choose early, mid, and late season varieties together, and your daylily season runs from late May all the way through August. A 3-month front yard color window with minimal effort from you. The color range is extraordinary, from palest cream to deepest burgundy purple, with every shade of yellow, gold, orange, coral, red, pink, and lavender in between. Whatever your house color, there is a combination that makes your front yard look professionally designed. The key benefit: March plantings establish fast in cool, moist soil, and often flower meaningfully in their very first summer. Heat-tolerant, drought-tolerant, and virtually indestructible once the roots are down. The caution: avoid the old orange roadside daylily, which spreads invasively. Choose modern named varieties like Stella de Oro, Happy Returns, or Pardon Me. Compact, beautifully colored, and re-blooming. Full sun of at least 6 hours is essential for peak bloom. Plant number 2, coneflower, Echinacea purpurea. Number 2 is a native North American wildflower that has been thriving in front yards and naturalistic gardens across this continent for decades. Coneflower, Echinacea purpurea. A March planting of coneflower establishes beautifully in the cool, moist soil of early spring. That thick, carrot-like taproot anchors quickly, drives deep, and by midsummer, the flower stems rise to 2 to 4 feet with those iconic large blooms fully open. The classic flower is bold and immediately recognizable. Rich, rosy purple daisy petals surrounding a dramatically raised, spiky orange-brown center cone. From the street, a mass of coneflowers in full bloom is one of the most impactful and welcoming front yard sites available. Modern breeding has expanded the palette to include white, yellow, orange, coral, and red, giving you design flexibility while keeping all of coneflower's native toughness. Each individual flower holds its fresh, full-petaled appearance for 2 to 3 weeks, far longer than most summer blooms, meaning your front yard bed always looks full and in bloom across its entire 8 to 12-week season without a single deadhead required. The key benefit? Coneflower genuinely improves every year. Year 1 establishes the root. Year 2 multiplies the stems. By year 3, a single March planting is producing dozens of simultaneous blooms across weeks of spectacular front yard color, all from zero effort. The caution: for maximum reliability and the longest bloom season, stick with the straight species or proven varieties like Magnus, White Swan, or Kim's Knee-High. Leave seed heads standing through winter. Goldfinches will thank you. Plant number 3, catmint, Nepeta exphoscenii. Number 3 is the plant professional landscape designers reach for when the brief is beautiful, low maintenance, long season front yard color with zero drama. Catmint. Planted this March in cool, moist soil, and it establishes quickly, forming that characteristic soft, billowing mound of aromatic gray-green foliage. By late spring, those first lavender-blue flower buds appear, and from then, it never really stops. The first flush blooms 4 to 6 spectacular weeks. Cut back by half when it fades, a 5-minute job, and a full second flowering rebounds within 3 weeks. In warmer climates, a third flush before frost is achievable. Total bloom season with those simple cutbacks, May through October. That soft lavender blue flatters every house color and makes every surrounding plant look more beautiful. The key benefit? Drought tolerant once established, strongly deer and rabbit resistant, hardy from zone 3 through zone 8, and no staking, no special feeding, no dividing for years. It is the most complete, low-maintenance front yard perennial on today's list. The caution: do not skip the post-bloom cutback. Without it, the plant goes woody and sparse. 5 minutes of trimming unlocks months of additional bloom. Full sun to light shade gives the best flower production. Plant number 4, Black-Eyed Susan, Rudbeckia fulgida goldsturm. Number 4 is the most award-winning and most reliably magnificent front yard perennial in the world, Black-Eyed Susan goldsturm. When a well-established planting hits full bloom, the visual effect lives up to its German name, goldstorm. Bright golden yellow daisy flowers with deep velvety brown-black centers produced in such abundance that the foliage disappears beneath the blooms, creating a continuous golden mass glowing through late July all the way to October. A March planting establishes its root system before summer heat arrives. No deadheading required. The plant simply keeps producing fresh buds week after week. Hardy from zone 3 through zone 9, tolerant of heat, drought, poor soil, clay, and urban conditions. The key benefit: the most foolproof plant on this list. The caution: divide every 3 to 4 years when centers thin out, and watch for powdery mildew in humid climates by ensuring good air circulation. Plant number 5, ornamental salvia, Salvia nemorosa. Number 5 is the perennial professional designers specify more consistently than almost any other when the brief calls for polished, structured, low-maintenance front yard color. Ornamental salvia. A March planting takes full advantage of cool spring soil, allowing the root system to anchor deeply before summer arrives. And a deeply anchored root system is the foundation of the drought tolerance and re-blooming performance that makes ornamental salvia so extraordinary through the months ahead. The first bloom arrives by late May. Dense, upright spikes of intensely colored flowers in rich violet purple, cobalt blue, warm rose, or pure white. The colors are so saturated, they seem to glow in sunlight. May Night delivers that iconic deep indigo violet. Caradonna produces rich purple on dramatically dark, near black stems. East Friesland gives a proven, classic violet blue trusted in front yards around the world for decades. Cut back by 1/3 after that first flush, and a full second bloom arrives within 3 to 4 weeks, equally dense, equally vibrant. In warmer climates, a third flush before frost is achievable. Total potential season, late May through October, with just 2 simple cutbacks. The key benefit? Naturally tidy, upright growth habit with no staking needed. Polished and structural from day one. Deer-resistant, drought-tolerant, and reliably hardy across a wide zone range. The caution? Non-negotiable about full sun. In less than 6 hours of direct sunlight, the spikes become short and sparse, and the characteristic clean structural beauty disappears. Count your sun hours honestly and plant accordingly. Plant number 6, Sedum Autumn Joy, Hylotelephium spectabile. Number 6 earns its place not just through one season of performance, but through a full 4-season architectural presence that makes it one of the most complete and most visually reliable front yard perennials you can plant this March. Sedum Autumn Joy. Plant it now and watch what happens. In early spring, those thick, succulent stems push confidently through the soil, building into a bold, sculptural clump of blue-green, fleshy leaves that looks handsome and substantial from the street long before a single flower opens. Through summer, the dome-topped flower buds develop, first pale green, gradually blushing to soft pink-white. Then, in late summer and early fall, right when most other perennials wind down, Autumn Joy hits full glory. Those large, flat-topped flower heads open in rich rose pink, deepening progressively through copper, bronze, and finally warm mahogany russet as autumn advances. It is one of the most beautiful fall color transitions available in any front yard perennial. And during that bloom, the wildlife spectacle is extraordinary. Butterflies, swallowtails, monarchs, painted ladies cover the flat-topped heads in September, fueling up for fall migration. A front yard planting of Autumn Joy in full bloom can host dozens of butterflies on a warm afternoon. The key benefit? A March planting looks handsome by midsummer and spectacular by early fall in its very first year, while simultaneously establishing the drought-tolerant root system that makes every subsequent season better. The caution? Avoid overly rich or moist soil which causes flopping. The Chelsea chop, cutting stems back by 1/3 in late May, produces compact, self-supporting plants that hold their form perfectly through the season. Full sun required. Plant number 7, yarrow, Achillea millefolium. Rounding out our list at number 7 is the front yard perennial that earns its low-maintenance reputation by thriving in the very conditions most front yards actually experience: heat, drought, neglect, and difficult soil. That plant is yarrow. Its native habitat spans rocky hillsides, dry prairies, and sun-baked roadsides across the northern hemisphere. Places where thin soil, scorching heat, and minimal rainfall are the norm. Plant it in your front yard this March, and you are giving it conditions that are almost certainly better than its native home. Yarrow produces large, flat-topped flower clusters in vivid gold, bright yellow, hot coral, deep rose, rich red, soft salmon, and clean white. 18 to 36 inches tall above beautiful, feathery, fern-like foliage. Deadhead the spent heads, and it pushes a second and third flush through summer. Even when not blooming, that fine, ferny texture bridges and softens the visual transitions between plants with an effortless, naturalistic grace that makes the whole front border look more richly designed. The key benefit? Yarrow thrives on the very conditions that challenge most front yard plants. For the busy gardener who cannot always give the garden full attention, yarrow is the most forgiving and most rewarding choice on today's entire list. The caution? Monitor its spread. In fertile soil, it can advance aggressively and crowd out neighbors. Divide every 2 to 3 years. Remove spent heads promptly to limit self-seeding. Full sun always. Yarrow in shade flops, fades, and disappoints. And there you have it. 7 easiest perennials for your front yard this March. Daylily, coneflower, catmint, black-eyed Susan, ornamental salvia, sedum autumn joy, and yarrow. 7 plants built for real front yards and real gardeners who have real lives. Plant these this March, and by summer, your front yard is transformed. Thank you so much for watching. We are grateful you are here. If today's video gave you the confidence to finally plant that front yard this March, please hit the thumbs up right now. It helps this channel reach more gardeners who are ready to make this their best season yet. And if you are not yet subscribed, hit subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss a video. We will see you in the next video. Until then, get outside, get planting, and as always, happy gardening.